We welcome you to the Augusta Civic Center as MunsonMediaSports.com brings you this Moose Call here as the University of Maine will take on Unity College in a doubleheader. We're here first for the men's game today. It was a change in the schedule, so they flip-flopped the games. We're here for the start of this one with the men's game. Rob Munsing, Nate Munsing along for the call of this one. Glad we could bring this to you here today from Augusta, Maine. Let's take a look at the conference settings here as we'll bring this up and change our audio so you'll hear us over this. We'll take a look at the standings here. You'll see it's NHTI. They're 8-0 in the conference. Central Maine Community College at 5-1. Vermont Tech 5-2. Southern Maine 4-2. Maine Machias 3-2. There's your Moose. They're at 2-5, and Paul Smith's College 1-4. Unity 1-5. So should be a good matchup here tonight as the Rams come in here from Unity College. You see, this would be a game that probably for one of the first times that we've had doing the Moose games here so far, Nate, that the Moose will be favored here in this one, I would think. So you see the standings. We're going down, getting the introductions down on the floor. Unity College, they come in, as we said, with one win on the season. They're coached by Bob Witz. Jim Ford, of course, a longtime coach of your Moose. Athletic Director Jen Laney. Assistant coach Matt Buck.
Officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated in our grounds for removal from the site of competition.
Tell the fans, don't be rowdy.
And now, for the Unity Rams.
So we'll get the Unity Rams starters.
A guard from Sabattis, Maine. Number 1,
Adam Merrill, out of Oak Hill High School, Sabattis, Maine, his hometown.
A forward from Greenwood, Delaware. Number 14, Ethan Bender.
Ethan Bender, out of Greenwood, Delaware.
A guard from Cooperstown, North Dakota. Number 24, Hunter Engel.
Hunter Engel, out of Cooperstown, North Dakota.
A center from Georgetown, Massachusetts. Number 44, Ben DeCornor.
Ben DeCornor, out of Georgetown, Mass.
And a center forward from Westport, New York. Number 54, Sam Napper.
And Sam Napper, out of Westport, New York, for Coach Bob Witt's Rams. Here come your Moose.
And now, for your UMA Moose, a guard from Hartford, Connecticut, number 10, Chevron Hardy.
Chevron Hardy, the guard out of Hartford, Connecticut.
A guard from Meridian, Connecticut, number 15, Quinn Mitchell.
Quinn Mitchell gets the start out of Connecticut.
Fairfield, Maine, number 20, Dustin Simpson Bragg.
Dustin Simpson Bragg from up the Rudd, up in Fairfield.
Bridgewood, New Jersey, number 24, Israel Brown.
Israel Brown draws the start here tonight.
From Winslow, Maine, number 33, Nathan Martin.
And Nathan Martin, the 6'3" sophomore out of Winslow High School. So we'll get set to bring you this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you all please...
But we're going to take a quick pause as we'll have the national anthem. We're back for the tip-off next.
Junior Trojan Football and Cheering would like to thank Maine Athletic Fundraising for allowing us to build this beautiful facility. We raised $18,000 in our first year with Maine Athletic Fundraising, $28,000 last year, and we hope to top that again this year.
Falmouth Orthopedic Center. Central Maine Orthopedics. OA Centers for Orthopedics. All playing on the same team. Maine's top orthopedic practices have joined forces for more efficient and affordable orthopedic care. Introducing Spectrum Orthopedics.
The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation is proud to support Munson Media's production of live streaming high school sports. We recognize the hard work and dedication of Maine's high school student athletes, and we applaud Munson Media's pioneering live streaming efforts. The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation. So, getting set for the tip-off here. Moose and white, they'll be going left to right on your computer screen. Unity College Rams, they're in their green. Traveling uniforms going right to left. Quick note here for those of you that may be watching the game from out of state. Unity is an in-state rival. They're maybe, 20 miles away, Nate? Probably over there in Thorndike? About 20 miles. So a good trip for them. They switched the games because a lot of the women team members for Unity, they're in the tail end of the semester. They had some classes that they had to make sure they attended. These students are obviously students first, and so they had to flip-flop the games. Got a note from Coach Laney there at the end. She said, it's been quite a trying day. So set to go. Up in the air, and Brown's got it. Some different start. I didn't see Holmes starting tonight.
You see, Holmes actually not even on the bench, Rob. He's actually sitting in the fan seat, so I don't know what that is about.
Not sure. That was Israel Brown out of the gate. Nails the 3 ball to start with. So we'll change that up, give him 3. Stolen away. Simpson Bragg's got it. Dustin. Right side it goes. Mitchell. Quinn. Runner. No, won't go. Tipped around and back out of bounds off green. I believe, yes, says TJ Halliday. No, it's off white. Sorry. It's going to be green ball. I saw Al Cludia too. TJ Halliday and Justin Underwood, the third official here. Couldn't find Justin. He turned sideways. Simpson Bragg, he's got it. Good start for the Moose.
Yeah, exactly what you need to do coming out the gate, Rob. Especially if you're the favorite and you're kind of wind-starved in a sense, you got to really come out and be on fire and use the momentum to your advantage here early on.
So Ingles got it outside. He gets trapped. Popped over, and that was off from the get-go. Brown with it. Back outside, Simpson Bragg. He's got 1 3. He's got 2 threes. Coach Witt's going to take a quick time out as the Moose have come out a-gunning. 3 threes for them, and up 9-0 early. We've seen the Moose have some good starts here, Nate. The question has been sustaining that all the way through, so we'll hopefully see that here tonight. Good start for the Moose, and they're playing that little half-court trap that was good for them. The last game that we had on here wreaked some havoc, helped them get back into it, and they've got the quickness to run that. They've got quick kids out there. Everybody there's a go-getter. We saw Quinn Mitchell come in and off the bench here last time and really get it going.
Yeah, I think it takes a little bit of time too, Rob. We're in the basically midpoint of the season for UMA. They've been able to, Coach Ford been able to practice this throughout, even, throughout games in a sense too, being down with some of the games that they're doing. And we saw it as they came in last week, being able to implement this, turn the ball over. I mean, they're a quick team. And I talked early on in the season about what they really kind of needed to do. And it's this kind of defense. They got to be able to force turnovers, right? Because they can't match up against bigger, taller teams.
Yeah,
We've seen them really get pounded down underneath. They're going to have to try and prevent the ball from coming down inside their offense or their defensive zone and really push it out on the perimeter, be able to force some turnovers. And they've got guys who can run. So
for sure,
I really like what Coach Ford is doing here early on in this one.
Half-court trap. Comes back outside. Brown over to Quinn Mitchell. He's going to launch a left-handed 3. Didn't go, and this is Mel with the left side. Inside they go. This is Dinacore. He's going to lip one home.
Number 44, Ben DeCurno.
See, an example right there, Rob. Ball gets entered down, immediately down inside, and it's an easy 2-point basket.
Oh, boy. Simpson Bragg.
They got to give him the ball every offensive
Yeah, 3
possession
threes.
at this point.
Yeah, he hadn't hit anything but complete net, and it's hardly tickling the net. He's got a really good shot going here tonight. Tipped around, and Martin got the rebound. Yeah, so Simpson Bragg says, give it to me. Let it go, kid. He will. Not a bad shot. Napa with the rebound. Engel now with it. Engel's looking to beat the trap. Does. Got it left side. Bender back to Engel. This is going to go to Adam Merrill. He's going to launch one up, and Simpson Bragg goes Sky King on it. Hardy, no. Good check out underneath by Napa, and the rebound comes. Back up the floor to Engel. Engel to Merrill. Merrill's a good shooter. We saw him in the last couple of years. He's the guard out of Oak Hill. They didn't find Dustin. And it hurts him. I don't know what the school record is for 3-pointers in the first 4 minutes of a game. Napa's got it back outside. Merrill, they'll move it quickly, and they'll get it to Denicourt. He'll shoot. No. Hardy had the rebound for a second, but it came back inside to Bender, and they'll put it up. They'll get a foul in the action and go to the line.
Number 54, Sam Napa.
Yeah, if you're Unity, I mean, you got to find him. I mean, after you hit the second one, you got to find him and be able to prevent him from being able to get the shot off. You know, they did a pretty good job on his fourth attempt where they went and closed out, got him off his spot a little bit. He had to take a dribble to the side, and it kind of threw off his rhythm. But, I mean,
we'll get him 4 out of 5, right?
You got to go ahead and sell out at that, you know, be able to prevent those points from going in.
Napa, 15-7. Moves over the Rams. Little break here. Drilled outside by Quinn Mitchell. So the 3-ball has been good for the Moose here tonight. They have been on fire. Unity's got to close out better on that. Merrill. Inside to the big man. Napa's got it home. Sam Napa out of Westport, New York. Hardy went into traffic, and let's see what they called. They'll call a hell ball, and that will be the correct call as Hardy brought the ball down, got it entangled with two of the Unity players. 18-9. Moose have doubled up the Rams here. Went out to a 9-0 lead. Tipped away. Good quick hands by Quinn Mitchell. Start is still in there. Mitchell and Brown getting the start tonight. Mitchell got it. He's got Brown. Doesn't need him. Went up with it. Got a good shot. Let's see. Knocked away. Bender lost it underneath, and it'll stay Ram basketball. Rams play hard under Coach Bob Witz. We've seen them last couple of years, and Coach Witz, an old school coach.
I was curious.
Who was a really good player they had a couple of years ago, Nate, when we used to do the games on there? Remember the big, strong kid that one of the top players in the league? Began with a T, didn't it? He was a heck of a player. It'll come to me. I'll have to announce that from my bedside tonight when I think about just before I fall asleep. He was a great player. I'll think of it. Head the pack is Brown. Oh, that was a nice play. Nice finish by Israel. Jeez. That was a tough one. He was getting defended. He had to put the ball and protect it. 29.
UMA doing a really nice job of forcing the hand of Unity. They're putting the ball where they want it on the defensive end, Rob. What I mean by that is every time that Unity is even breaking their press, they're still lobbing it down to the side, and that's exactly where you want it because that's where your defense is set to be able to combat that. So nice job here of forcing the issue a little bit on the defensive side.
Hardy says, I'll take one. Does, but he's got the checkout. Engel with it now. Hunter Engel, right side. Spin move inside. Denicourt, he's going to go the free throw line here.
Yeah, Rob, just to kind of mention, too, with Jordan Holmes being out of this game, you got to find scoring from somewhere. So, obviously, Simpson Bragg's got to be where it's where it's going to happen. And I've been saying probably all season, probably too much, that he's got to shoot more and get more opportunities, more attempts at the basket.
Well, he sensed that tonight, and he came out of fire, and he's 4 out of 5. Justin Jabbar in the game. Justin's given some really good energy. That we mentioned that as he comes in and he plays feisty. We like it. So Justin's family come in to the game tonight. They're located locally in Waterville, so they're able to get down here. We'll start our high school schedule. Those of you watching us in Maine and interested in high school basketball and high school hockey, we'll start this week. We're going to start with a hockey game. We'll be doing some hockey this year and doing a little more. I couldn't do it last year as I was on the disabled list after my cardiac vacation I took down at Maine Med. Yeah, a lot of people go to Club Med. I went to Maine Med, and the hockey arena is too cold. I couldn't breathe in my chest too much. But we'll be back at it. We love hockey here in Munson Media, so we do more hockey than anybody. We'll be out there doing it. We've got a couple of great Lewiston games, rival games coming up, too, from the Colisee.
Yeah, early in the season for them, which is kind of cool to have.
Yeah, we've got the Red Eddies and their new coach, Norm Gagne, who played for EL back in the day. I call him Gagne because I was coach here with Norm. We called him Gagne. We didn't give him the French pronunciation until he went back down to the Lewiston area. So Norm's going to coach at EL, his alma mater. He actually played for them back in the day. Coached at Lewiston. He actually coached at Gardner, coached at Waterville, coached at Lewiston, coached at Scarborough, coached at Gorham. He's one of the winningest high school hockey coaches in the country. He's got like over 700-something wins. Crazy. Well, back to this one. Inside they go. That was nicely designed and run, and the finish by the big guy, Sam Napper. So nice breakdown that way. This goes way ahead of the pack. Back out to Israel. Here comes Brown. He's got a floaty home.
25, Israel Brown.
So Israel start tonight doing the job. Let's see what we get. We're going to get a block called. And underneath as Justin Jabba tried to he took the body. All right, but he didn't get down and didn't get set in time, and it'll be a block. 23-12. Good start here for your Moose on this Moose Call. Munson Media's production of Moose Basketball, brought to you by, of course, all the fine folks at UMA, Maine Athletic Fundraising, our friends at the Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation, and Spectrum Healthcare Partners. 23-13. 23-14, and Rams after a tough start, a 9-0 blitzkrieg from the Moose. Starting to hang around in this one a little bit. Job on good board on the offensive end. Back outside. There's the man. If he can't do it, no one can.
I mean, that one, I've got nothing to complain about for Unity.
No,
the guy right in his face.
It was a good closeout. You got to give it up to him. Bender got trapped. Get it back over. That was a nice cut. Didn't get down. Looked like it was going to be a finish for Engel, but it didn't go. Comes Israel Brown with it. Brown slashes, kicks it back outside. Quinn Mitchell with the pop. No, irons up. Rebound pulled down now. Comes Engel. Right side. Bender got it out to Merrill, the three-point shooter. Didn't get ahead. Brown's ahead of the pack. He comes in. He gets banged a little bit. They let it go. Nice follow. No, won't go. Simpson Bragg's got it. Now they'll get it back outside. They've got 20 on the shot clock, no problem. And that one's called a travel.
Yeah, if you're in front of T.J. Halliday and you do not put the ball down before you even take your step with your lead leg, it's a travel.
Yeah, he's consistent with that call.
Yeah, he's going to call it that way.
Yeah, he's a by-the-book guy, and what you're getting there is you're getting somebody that's going to call it consistently every single time that way. We've seen T.J. do a lot of games, and he teaches the officials how to call the game. That's good close back on Brown's part. But you're right. If you don't, there's no leeway with him. He'd have a hard time in the NBA with LeBron James.
yeah, no question about that.
As LeBron likes to put the ball under his arm, and he's like Jimmy Brown. He's knocking guys off with a straight arm as he goes down the floor. Back outside. Engel's got it there. He's going to take the three. Skims it off. Nice hustle by Napa, but not able to keep it in. Napa looks like he'd be a good tight end in football, as we've talked about football a little bit. Big guy. Hardy back outside. They're right on Bragg, and it looks like their face got in him. But Quinn Mitchell says, I can do it too, and I'm left-handed. Just like that other kid you saw shoot 5 so far. Left side, Merrill. Napa, the big guy, got slapped by Jabba, and second foul on Justin. Justin gets his money's worth when he gets in there. Plays a physical game, and he typically knows that's what his role is. So he'll go in, he'll contest everything. Picks up 2 fouls.
I think Coach Ford likes that aggressiveness, because we've seen him come in time to time and really light a fire down underneath. He's always playing undersized, right? No matter who UMA is playing, they're big guys playing somebody who's taller than them and outmatches them physically. So, to get that time and time again from a guy, he knows his role. He knows what he's supposed to be doing and how he helps this team. And we've seen him be a real contributor here and early on in this one, which is good to see him come in and get some minutes.
Napa 1 of 2. Simpson Bragg with a spinorama home.
I mean, at this point, Rob, they got to get him the ball offensively cleared out.
Well, I've got him unofficially at 17, Nate. We're not even halfway through the first half yet. He's got 5 threes, and that might be his first 2-point basket. Not sure, he may have another one there, but unofficially at 17. Dustin's averaging 21.2 per game. He's second in the league in points per game. He'll have that right now. Oh. Almost. Boy, that would have been a good one. That would have made a good call right there.
Yeah, you knew they were setting him up, right? I mean, I think Coach Ford was trying to get him in a position where he doesn't typically play, just to be able to have the inbound play come to him, Rob. But they had some guys out of position, kind of got in the way, and had to scrap it and improvise a little bit.
Merrill got left side. Hunter Engel breaks the trap at the foul line. Going to pop it. No, won't go. Merrill skies for the rebound. Back to Engel, but stolen away. Israel Brown. Israel having a terrific game. Israel goes, floats it, spins out. Rebound. Engel. Here he comes. Hunter Engel. Brown got in his face and stole the ball. Another steal. Israel goes, lays it up, it spins out, tipped up. That was Noah Thompson in the game now, and Noah tried to spin it up there and missed it on the tap. So bringing Noah off the bench. Noah's played this role a couple of times. Now there's some versatility right there. PA announcer, ball chaser. Down and scores Roger, I think, down there, and doing a fantastic job. So let's take a look. We talked a little bit, teased the standings before. Let's take a look at the individual offensive leaders. Jordan Holmes leading the league with a 22.0 average. We said Dustin Simpson Bragg, 21.2. Thurman from NHTI, 18.9. Clark, the big guy, Darius Clark, out of Maine at Machias, 18.2. Carter, Vermont Tech, 17.3. And you see the rebounder leaders. You wouldn't expect too many guys from either one of these teams here as they play small, but Simpson Bragg's got 9.2 rebounds per game. So in the three-point shooting category, Simpson Bragg not up there, but you would think that maybe after this performance here that he'll be moving up in the food chain on that. So let's get back into action here. Took a look at some of the graphics. Those graphics are right off the screenshots. Ed Brown, another one. I think he's got about 5 of these. That was a good finish. So Israel has been wreaking some havoc, and I think that's why he got the start tonight, because he showed so much on the defense. Merrill's got it, going to get it back outside. Pop outside by Engel. No, there's a push underneath, and let's see who they found. It might have been Connor Henry with the push. We'll see. fourth team foul. It was Connor Henry. (33-15). Moose drops one home. That was Devin Began in the game, so Devin comes in with some instant offense. Almost stepped over, made the steal. Merrill, good shooter outside, pops it home. 35-17, we're about the halfway through. Simpson Bragg spins, puts it up. I don't know how he got the shot off. Inside. That was Began. That was Jabba with a good rebound. Justin's outside, looking for some movement. Doesn't get it, so he takes it home. Can't get it. Pretty good defense that time by Connor Henry. Merrill's a shooter. They get it to him, and he nails it. He can go hard on you. Adam Merrill's a good three-point shooter.
Yeah, and they really need him to get hot, don't they, Robert?
Yeah, they do.
Down by 15.
There's Noah hitting a three.
I mean, I guess
The Yuma, Arizona, Tommy Gun Thompson right there.
Yeah, at this point, Rob, they don't really need to play any defense. They just keep hitting these three-pointers. They're going to win.
That one almost rolled up and over, but no. Merrill comes on a left-handed put-up. He can't get it. He's going to get the ball back. They better get on him because he's a shooter. Engel now. Entry comes in. Back to Merrill. He rolls it out. Simpson Bragg with the rebound. There goes Noah. Noah's thinking, I can launch one. I think that might have got deflected a little bit. Merrill with the rebound. Gives it off. Good finish underneath. So they got it inside to Dinacore. He finished it off. 8:39 left. We've got a doubleheader here tonight. We'll be on with the women's game. And the UMaine Moose women having an excellent season. As we told you, they've been led so far. And they put up a great game against Bates. They led Bates in the second half of that game, and they have been led by the National Player of the Week. And you see right here, Caitlin LaFountain, the USCAA Basketball Player of the Week for November 30th. So congratulations to Caitlin on that. (38-22). Thanks for joining us here. That one got away, and some lucky Martin was there. Noah's got a stuck ball. It will squeeze play. 8:26 left here, first half action. You're watching Munsing Media's Moose Call here from the Augusta Civic Center.
That still amazes me, the fact that you shoot the ball and it gets stuck and it becomes a jump ball.
Yeah.
To be able to get it back.
Remember we were talking about that one of the Central games. I said, how's that? That doesn't seem fair. Good defense here. I guess you could say, well, maybe we would have got the rebound or something like that. I don't know. That was a kick save and a beauty there by Nate Martin.
Well, how about the play by the up guy? Hardy coming in and filling the place of Brown, who's had a bunch of steals already.
Yeah.
They're really giving Unity some trouble here, being able to run the point.
Comes out all the way deep.
Yeah, you almost don't want this to come all the way out because they've had so many steals up here at the top.
Engel's got it. Here comes the trap. Engel's looking to break it. He'll reverse it to Merrill. They'll go high post. Nice step over by Mott, and then Mr. Halliday's got him for a misdemeanor. 38-22.
But you can see there, Rob, there's a great example of UMA dictating where the ball is going to go. It comes right into a trap zone, rotates over to a trap zone, and the next available pass has got to be that foul line. So I think Martin did a great job of being right there. I don't know if he fouled him or not, but
picked up his third, so. The ball came in, the whistle went, and they just let the ball go. And
the official little.
Not sure what's going on there.
I think they weren't quite set yet. Yeah, there they go.
They're set to go. Back out high. Ooh, almost went back court on Hunter Engel. Here's that harassment D again. Good Sky for the rebound. That was Devin Began. Devin getting some early minutes here. Came right off the bench and put one home. Noah gets a cut. And getting his feet tangled up was Justin Jabbar, and he ended up going down the floor, and as soon as he did that, that was a travel. 7:34 left here in first half action. So with the change in the rotation of the games, not sure if we'll get one of the women to come up at halftime. Sometimes we do. We'll certainly, if they're able to send somebody up, we'll do that. But usually they come up after their game, so we'll see. Little fisticuffs breaks out inside there. Not really, but get a 3-second call as possession. They were fighting for it, and the ball was held by the Rams, and they got a guy locked in there. 38-22, 7:15. Back outside. Noah's hit a couple here. Noah comes, dishes it back outside. Hardy's got it. Looks a little disjointed on this offensive possession. But Hardy makes a dipsy-do, and for two. Well, Hardy saw the offense breaking down, saw the shot clock ticking down, and did what he does, which is take it athletically to the hole. Looped inside. That was good feed inside for Napa for an easy put-up. Good entry by Hunter Engel there as he looped it up and over, and the big guy went up and skied for it. Hardy's in the paint. He's got to get out. He does. Gets it to Began. Began's got it. Devin goes. Puts up a runner. Got it home, and he's armed. Good job by Devin Began. Devin, valuable minutes off the bench here, and he's really, really into the flow of the game.
Yeah, I just like the level of confidence he's playing with, Rob. Typically a bench guy, but to be able to get some points from that, I always bring up the point, it's so much more difficult to guard a team when there are 5 scorers on the court.
Right, exactly.
Right? If you got guys that are putting points up from all positions on the court, it makes it that much harder. And that's kind of one of those obvious statements. Kind of lost my train of thought there as we had some subs come in.
Which is hard to defend a balanced scoring team. Yeah, Luce is in the game. Dan Luce, number 14 out of Strong, Maine. So, coaches, a little hit there by Hardy. Here's some harassment D again, and it looks like a good old-fashioned scrum going on down there. It looks like the little football game's broken out. Good take, foul. Taking the hole was Engel. What they do, call it on Engel? Engel's incredulous.
I don't get it, though, Rob.
He was really kind of going away from it.
I thought you couldn't be in the arc. I mean, there's no question if he's having a foul call down under there.
Yeah, Coach Witz is wondering, too. He's Brown. That was something illegal there as Jabbar came over and he set a moving screen. He looked like a lead blocker on one of those goal line plays there with the fullback. Takes on the perimeter play, tries to seal the edge. It's going to be his third, so a little trouble for him too, and he's got to go sit. So Martin's on the bench with 3. Jabbar will be on the bench with 3. Coach Ford getting good play from the bench. Didn't see who came in. Martin came in? No, Martin's not back in.
No,
He's got 3. Simpson Bragg came back in. Okay, so he's out there along with Brown and Quinn Martin. Luce, as we told you. Simpson Bragg. Good take and finish by Merrill.
Adam Merrill.
Good hustle by the Rams. They play hard. I don't have a number 50 on the roster for the Rams, so maybe if they have it downstairs, they'll announce it if he does something. Simpson Bragg lost it out of bounds. 5:40 left here in first half action. Moose playing well here, got off to a good start. Lost out of bounds on forced turnovers. Hunter Engel was looking up the floor trying to figure out what he was going to do with it. When he went to find it, it already rolled out of bounds. Got a block on Luce. The Moose at 2-5. They're 3-6 overall, 9 games played. Coming off a win. They had a win over Hampshire on Sunday. That was a home game for the Moose.
Number 24,
Hunter Engel on the shot. That was a home game for the Moose, Nate. They played it down at Central Maine Community College. So I put something right out that, if that's going to be a home court for them, we should go down and do those games. So I don't think anybody thought of it. Outside, Quinn Mitchell.
Yeah, I think that's something that we'll probably get maybe in the second half of the season, maybe if they have any, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to look at the schedule and see. So we'll see what we get the call here, Justin.
And
Underwood's going to call it a block.
Yeah, I don't. So we're talking about consistency, inconsistency. They're well outside the arc. gets the block called down inside the arc. Doesn't get the offensive foul called. Got to get these guys on the same page, Rob.
Uni's 3-7 overall, and they're coming off a win as well. So first one's dropped home. And dropped home. So it's only a 14-point lead. 4:49 left. We'll take a break. You're watching Moose Basketball on MunsonMediaSports.com.
Junior Trojan Football and Cheering would like to thank Maine Athletic Fundraising for allowing us to build this beautiful facility. We raised $18,000 in our first year with Maine Athletic Fundraising, $28,000 last year, and we hope to top that again this year.
Back here, still in the huddle. It was a full time. I thought it was for 30 seconds, so I took the one spot. I want to thank Maine Athletic Fundraising. Your group organization needs to raise money. Mark Smith and his Maine Athletic Fundraising team, they're your stop. Give them a call on that number that you see if you're Pee-wees up to all the way up into the college ranks. Mark will work out a fundraising program for you, and you'll be strapped with cash. You'll be able to buy all the great things like you see they did down in the Junior Trojan football there. And that was from a couple of years ago, and they've probably raised another $60,000 down there for those folks down there in Junior Trojan football. 14-point lead for the Moose. Mitchell's been good. That one will roll out. Engel with it. Engel's trying to beat the trap. Backtracks, and we get a foul reaching in. So we'll be shooting both ways now here for the final 4:30 of this one. So Coach and AD Jen Laney earned her money today because she was telling me that first off they were dropping the women's game and they were just going to play the men's game. We heard that early on. We have sources everywhere in Munson Media. Our advanced crew, my son Andy was taking a course up here with one of the players. And Alex Lapointe, I think it was, that told him, said, it's just going to be a men's game. So Andy was going to do the game, but his games that he officiated got changed to tonight. But he called me. He said, I don't think they're going to have the women's game. I said, okay. So I contacted Coach, and she said, well, I'm just getting ready to tell you what we did was flip-flop them. So Brownie's been good here today, and hits another one, 46-32. This pressure been relentless. Tipped away. Here comes Quinn Mitchell. Quinn gets rejected from behind and knocked out of bounds, but also foul called. It's going to be on Connor Henry.
Yeah, you really can't afford to not have these games right now, Rob, because you're going into the holiday break. So
Right, yeah. It's hard to reschedule them, so. That one's rolled home. Quinn's going to step up and see if he can knock down a pair. 47-32. Glad he could join us here on Muncie Media's Moose Call. I want to thank Kim Dowling for all of her help during the course of the season. Our little snacks are up here. Oh, nice. I'm going to put a stocking up here for Christmas, see if she'll fill that up maybe. Do we have any more games here, Nate? We do. Do we have any more before the break? Is this it?
No, I think this is the last one.
This is it.
Yeah.
Napa goes inside, grabs his mound, goes muscle up inside, and doesn't get it. So I'm waiting for him to tell us from the scorer's table who this is. One of the players I haven't seen for Unity that's been a good player for him in the past is or not. So that was Ashelman, number 50, 42 on our roster, but we want to give Jeff credit there. So he's come in, been banging around out of Warrenton, Connecticut. 48-34 comes to trap, extended a little bit now, Nate. Had good luck in the half court, extended a three-quarter court. Nice step in. That's a great job by Israel as he read the next man. That's the key on that. Here comes Simpson, Dustin Bragg. It got tipped away, but it did come to Brown. Brown goes. He's been good on the finish, and he does again.
Number 25, Israel Brown.
Israel Brown to the free throw line.
Yeah, that was a great late rotation in order to steal that, Rob. I think what ended up being the defensive front court here out of Brown, Mitchell, and Hardy. I mean, those are three great defensive players that a lot of the time they'll get involved in the play after they need to rotate down to the baseline because those are the available spots for Unity to take advantage of. So if they don't get down there, there's no one making the play. So those are the guys that you want. Coach Ford finally has his guys to run this trap.
And you're going to, when you're playing aggressively like this, as the Moose have been, you're going to get yourself a little bit of foul trouble, and they have here as they played aggressively. Hasn't hurt them too much. Napa's going to go to the free throw line.
Yeah, the problem becomes if one of those three guys in the defensive front court, if they have a foul issue that they need to come out, and then that kind of changes the dynamic. You got to fill that in. And they really need to work kind of as a group, because they need to up in the middle. They got to push them to the sideline. The sideline guys have to stop the ball right there in order to take advantage of it.
Hardy with a finish. Well, Hardy just lulled him to sleep and got away a little bump there. Ball's out of bounds.
I mean, they're just selling out. They're just beating the offensive guy to the point of where the ball's going. Easy telegraph here what Unity's trying to do because they haven't really changed it up, have they?
So they've been able to read it pretty well. Coach Witt wanted a foul on that one. You can't blame him. I think he was saying, I don't think checking's legal. That was a rejection. Simpson Bragg in underneath, back outside to Merrill. The three-point shooter won't get it. A little off rhythm. Engel with it. That was Bender, I'm sorry. And clock stop at 2:38. Got to get the ball back. Adam Merrill to inbound. Looks to get it in. Does. Back outside. Engel's going to take that one, and he's going to be fouled. He'll get 3 shots on this one as he was outside the arc. So the women's game to follow this one. In that one, Nate had some information from somebody in the UMA family that Caitlin LaFountain's close to 1,000 points.
Yeah, just 19 points away, Rob.
So that could be a milestone for her. So hit from the line, 53-39. Oof. Good little ankle breaker there. He didn't hit it, though. That's loose. Loose scrambling. They come underneath to Napper. He gets challenged by Simpson Bragg, and he knocks it off him. Well, Dustin has been doing a little bit of everything for your Moosemen here tonight. Came out of the gate with 4 out of 5 threes. Now, he slowed that down a little bit. You just can't keep that up, but he's playing a terrific defensive game as well.
It's just so deceptive down there. You think you're the big guy, you're getting the ball, use your body a little bit to be able to create some space, but his leaping ability is arm length. It's hard to get up over the top of him.
Quinn Mitchell just hit a 3. Into the corner. Back to Napper. Napper powers up. He's got an advantage here. He needs to take his time and just not rush himself there, because when he gets it down in there, he's just got to go up true and strong, and he'll be able to nail those. Back outside it goes to Mitchell. He's sweet.
Number 15, Quinn Mitchell for 3.
Double figures on the threes here for the Moosemen. Little stop and pop runner for Bender. No. 58-41. Simpson Bragg, they come right out on him as you would expect, and they bump him off the play. Foul's going to be on Engel. Not sure where that is for him. They put it up his third. Yeah, I thought it was 2 or 3. So Coach Woods has got a little decision to make on Engel. So he's going to talk to him. I don't see anybody going to the table. The Moose will check in Alex Lapointe, the freshman out of Pittston, Maine. Gardner area high school grad.
Dustin Simpson Bragg. Both baskets are good.
60-41, up to 19 points. Biggest lead of the night here for your. Merrill's got it. He's trapped. He's in trouble. Gets out of it. Gets it in the corner. Dinacore got it in underneath, and there's a good solid put up that time by Napper.
Yeah, good point you made before, Rob. He really just got to collect that and then go up strong, and it's almost automatic.
Well, so isn't that.
I guess if it's my preference, I'd like the automatic three-pointer.
Yeah. Well, it's been almost. Hopefully, they'll run the stats up to us here, and because they're going to be telling quite a tale there. I think the three-point shooting percentage for the Moose is going to be like out of this stratosphere. They're already at 63 points. You extrapolate that, and
yeah, they're definitely shooting at least greater than 60% from three-pointer tonight.
63 points in the first half. You're looking at a NBA type score from the late 60s when they used to score like 138 to 132 would be a game. Well, they'll let that whole thing go. Ethan Bender. Coach Ford says, who? Al says, I don't know yet. I'll make up a number here in a minute. Al Cloutier, one of the great ones. You don't get Al phased. He's just... Al's about as cool, calm, and collected out there as you ever want to be. He really is. He's a great guy. I remember Al when he was playing ball for Coney back in the day. One of two for Bender. So we're in a minute. That was a dipsy-do that was probably unnecessary. All the way across. Here's your man. he can't do it, no one can. That one's out. Stolen away. Good steal by LaPointe. Inside it comes. Hardy couldn't get it home. LaPointe. Alex comes in, gives you some instant defense, and he plays well there, and they call the foul on Coach Ford's going to have an aneurysm. He is over there. I don't know if Nate's got him on the thing, but he...
Yeah, I got him in the corner there.
Yeah.
He's got the water bottle to the back of his neck right now.
Yeah, he's trying to chill.
Trying to cool down a little
Cool down, Coach.
You can't blame him there. Our scoreboard says 0, but it's actually 0.8. There were 0.8 seconds left in the first half.
First one. What is that saying that you youngins say? Ball don't lie.
Ball don't lie.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I got 1 or 2 there for Napa. And that one's just almost rung home, but it wouldn't have counted. So good first half for your Moosemen. They lead this one 63-46. Well, we'll take a halftime break. You'll hear from some of our sponsors, seeing some of our sponsor features as well here at halftime. We're back. Second half action from the Augusta Civic Center after these messages.
Falmouth Orthopedic Center. Central Maine Orthopedics. OA Centers for Orthopedics. All play on the same team. Maine's top orthopedic practices have joined forces for more efficient and affordable orthopedic care. Introducing Spectrum Orthopedics.
Junior Trojan Football and Cheering would like to thank Maine Athletic Fundraising for allowing us to build this beautiful facility. We raised $18,000 in our first year with Maine Athletic Fundraising, $28,000 last year, and we hope to top that again this year.
PTSD is something these guys never ask for. It is beyond their conscious control. It is a problem that is rooted in the subconscious, so you can't talk somebody out of PTSD. The problem is so severe that every single day, 22 veterans look at their lives and decide to end it rather than keep living it. To some degree or the other, my entire team has first-hand knowledge of PTSD themselves in various ways, and that helps tremendously because when our veterans approach us, they know immediately. They don't have to explain anything. We get it, and that is part of our success story.
One of my biggest things that I do not like is when I'm at a store, the registers. A store I can walk around in. If I get overwhelmed somewhere in an aisle, I'm able to move to a different part of the store, but the register, it's no man's land, and I'm stuck in a line and I can't go, so I don't like people behind me. And when he's with me and he's touching me, I'm a lot more relaxed, and I can deal with the credit card and swipe it and not, oh my God, and freaking out.
The program in its current form has taken, I'd guess, about 80 dogs and 80 veterans, very successfully so, I may add. We routinely see spectacular successes in our veterans, to the point when I usually do the intake when we have a veteran applicant, and I always tell the veteran, actually at the very first meeting, that my personal goal is that within 6 or 8 weeks of starting the program, I want friends, family of the veteran to call me and say, I can't believe that. What have you been doing?
Training was pretty intense, but I found it fun. It got me out of the house. We walk everywhere and meet people that before I would have just kept walking, and now we stop and we talk, and we talk about the program. We talk about him a lot. He brings a smile to a lot of people's faces, and I enjoy that. That makes me smile.
Like having a soldier again. Like you train your soldiers, that's something I was missing. I didn't have that, and it was good to have a group of people that actually listen to you.
As a physician, I think we are well equipped to listen rather than to talk, to be able to view a situation or the world in general through somebody else's eyes. Again, you can only successfully train a dog if you are able to watch what's going on through the dog's eyes.
I've never met an individual like Hagen, who's just so pure, and he's just an incredible man that has helped inspire me to be better. He's helped me with the VA, other medical conditions. He's reached out for me and just been really supportive.
It is tremendously satisfying. I'm certainly not a hero, but I have the honor of knowing a few. What I learned with the veteran work directly translates into clinical practice and administrative functions to deliver better health care at significant lower cost.
The Leavitt Hornets have established themselves as one of the leading football programs in the state of Maine.
Goes it down, it's got his man wide open down the seam, going to be 6. Touchdown Hornets, just what the doctor ordered.
And the Hornets know when it comes to fundraising that Maine Athletic Fundraising is just what the doctor ordered.
So here we are today at Leavitt Area High School, and I've been working with Coach Hathaway. This will be my 9th year, kicking off his team. They're a great program in the state of Maine, and I enjoy kicking them off every year. They've got motivated kids, and they do a real good job with the fundraiser every year. I think you guys are ready to roll. What do you think? Yeah. Good luck, guys. Thank you. You got it. You're all set.
So we've been working with Maine Athletic Fundraising for the last 10 years with Mark Smith. Mark's been very helpful to our program. The nice thing is we're in the preseason, double sessions, a lot going on, but they come in and take care of everything. You give the players a good talk, pump them up for the fundraising, get them the materials they need and some ideas to sell the cards, and then they get the kids out and go. So it's been very helpful to our program. We've been able to raise thousands of dollars every year, and it helps us out a lot.
PTSD is something these guys never ask for. It is beyond their conscious control. It is a problem that is rooted in the subconscious, so you can't talk somebody out of PTSD. The problem is so severe that every single day, 22 veterans look at their lives and decide to end it rather than keep living it. To some degree or the other, my entire team has first-hand knowledge of PTSD themselves in various ways, and that helps tremendously because when our veterans approach us, they know immediately. They don't have to explain anything. We get it, and that is part of our success story.
One of my biggest things I do not like is when I'm at a store, the registers. A store I can walk around in. If I get overwhelmed somewhere in an aisle, I'm able to move to a different part of the store, but the register, it's no man's land, and I'm stuck in a line and I can't go, so I don't like people behind me. And when he's with me and he's touching me, I'm a lot more relaxed, and I can deal with the credit card and swipe it and not, oh my God, and freaking out.
The program in its current form has taken, I'd guess, about 80 dogs and 80 veterans. Very successfully so, I may add. We routinely see spectacular successes in our veterans, to the point when I usually do the intake when we have a veteran applicant, and I always tell the veteran, actually at the very first meeting, that my personal goal is that within 6 or 8 weeks of starting the program, I want friends, family of the veteran to call me and say, I can't believe that. What have you been doing?
Training was pretty intense, but I found it fun. It got me out of the house. We walk everywhere and meet people that before I would have just kept walking, and now we stop and we talk, and we talk about the program. We talk about him a lot. he brings a smile to a lot of people's faces, and I enjoy that. That makes me smile.
Like having a soldier again. Like you train your soldiers, that's something I was missing. I didn't have that, and it was good to have a group of people that actually listen to you.
As a physician, I think we are well equipped to listen rather than to talk, to be able to view a situation or the world in general through somebody else's eyes. Again, you can only successfully train a dog if you are able to watch what's going on through the dog's eyes.
I've never met an individual like Hagen. He's just so pure, and you know, he's just an incredible man that has helped inspire me to be better. He's helped me with the VA, other, you know, medical conditions. He's reached out for me and just been really supportive.
It is tremendously satisfying. I'm certainly not a hero, but I have the honor of knowing a few. What I learned with the veteran work directly translates into clinical practice and administrative functions to deliver better health care at significant lower cost.
So we're getting set here for the second half. Rob Munson, Nate Munson back along with this. Moose with a good first half. Lead this one 63-46. If you're just joining us, the Moose have rained down threes upon the Rams. We didn't get any halftime stats, I don't think, sent up here to us, but we can tell you that the Moosemen have been on fire with the three ball. And they still are on fire. Quinn Mitchell.
I mean, if you're Unity, Rob, you got to make a point of emphasis. Just take away the three-pointer at this point.
You got to get out there and challenge, because you got to get a hand in their face. You just don't expect them to be able to do this. Quinn's had a terrific game. He's going to go hard and see what we're going to get on him, I believe. Not sure where Quinn is in foul trouble. I think we got Quinn's family watching. I saw Vivian Mitchell joined, liked our Munson Media page. So, Vivian, if you're watching, Quinn's having a heck of a game. I'm glad you're watching Moose basketball with us, and that's thrown away. I got this idea. We haven't been able to get to it yet because I've got to work out the kinks on it. But we're going to be able to bring people in via Facebook. We're going to try that in the second half of the season here for the Moose. You can send us a Facebook message, and then we can put it right up on the screen. We're thinking of maybe doing that halftime. That was thrown right to Martin. Remember, Martin's playing with three. Here comes Quinn. Dipsy Dews doesn't get it. Finish didn't work. That didn't go, I don't believe. Did we get a basket there, Nate?
No basket.
No basket.
We're kind of laughing a little bit because the BA announcer called the point.
I thought I'd had a long blink.
Yeah.
And missed something.
Not to say we haven't missed baskets in the past, but definitely didn't see anything happen there. Definitely makes you double take anyway.
It did, yeah. Jabba's in, and Nate's got to go out with his fourth foul. So Israel's had a good game too. Israel Brown, Hardy, Brown. Mitchell's going to step back and drill one.
He's so good, Rob, at creating that little bit of space with the drop, basically the step back away from the defender.
Merrill goes up, got it rejected. Simpson Bragg, but Merrill's a feisty kid. He gets it back again. And Merrill's been able to knock down a couple of threes, but done a pretty good job on him. Good start here. The Moose had a great start to the game, and this harassment defense at trap has really paid off dividends here, and we'll see if the defense continues, and it does. Brown puts it home.
I love the extra crossover there, Rob. You get away from the defender.
Tip from behind. It came into Napa. He lost it. Jabba got it. Head of the pack. It goes to Brown. Brown's got a clean slate there and take it in and gets fouled.
You know, and this is kind of the style that I'd like to see UMA really utilize down as we get away from the holiday break here, coming in the second half of the season. They need to be that team that forces turnovers, that you really end up selling out. You're going to give up some points that way, but more often than not, you're going to put teams in some bad situations where you're going to be able to get the ball. They can obviously run. We've seen that, and they did early on, and it must have been a little bit of a spark because we saw them move to this even last week when they were playing pretty good. A couple stretches, they just kind of got out-muscled here against some taller teams. But, to combat that, they need to do this kind of style. Mitchell gets called for a touch foul there.
And the backcourt.
But just to kind of cinch up my my thought here is, this is really what they need to do moving forward here in the second half, is create this turnover-style defense into points and just push the ball, drive, kick, and hit the three.
Yeah, points off turnovers. Walks around. It comes to Hardy. Chevron gets it left side to Simpson Bragg. He floats it up and home. Bragg high scorer tonight, we can say that, because he's been out of the chute here quickly with 4 to 5 threes, and at halfway through the first half, he had 17 points. Nice rejection. He's got 4 or 5 rejections as well, and quick timeout call by Coach Ford. Is going to take a 30-second timeout. Let you know, stay with us. We'll shut this one down at the end of the game and come back up with a fresh, clean slate. Glad you could join us here from the Augusta Civic Center tonight. Rob and Nate with us. Andy was going to join us tonight, run the camera for us, and he's also a basketball official, as we're related to you a few times, and his games got changed as well. He was supposed to have afternoon games, ended up with evening games, so just Nate and I along for the call of this one. The Augusta Civic Center will be home for Gardner Tiger basketball. Our first Gardner Tiger basketball from here high above courtside will be on next Tuesday, as Mount Ararat will be in for boys game. We'll have that game for you. Popped outside. Gary Burhill and I will be there for the call of that one, and our student intern Riley True will be down on the floor doing some floor reporting for us. Back outside. Hardy on the take. Goes underneath, looks for some help in traffic. Hardy's got it somehow, some way. Dribbled it over. Rolled it over to Jabbar, and he put it home.
I think he got that through the legs of
I
the
think
defender,
so,
Rob.
yeah. Yeah, a little croquet play down there, and it's getting right through the wickets. Popped on the outside. No. Moose doing a good job on the board, and that was Jabbar with the rebound. Justin playing hard. Coach calls for balance, so they'll run a set play here for one of the few times. That one got aired out. Engel into traffic. They got the foul called.
You know, just to bring up a little bit of point here with Jordan Holmes not playing tonight, Rob, they talk about balance. They look personnel-wise more balanced out there in what they want to do, what Coach Ford wants to do. You set up this defense and then play on the offensive end. They just seem like they're fitting well tonight. Not to say you don't want to have Jordan on the court because he's such a great player. But, you know, I think that's one of the things.
Everybody steps up.
Exactly.
Yeah, right,
you know, and they just have the right kind of flow. And, again, they're playing a weaker opponent. I mean,
that's right.
You know, don't read too much into it in that regard. But, you know, it's a good group that's out here right now.
Well, they're executing the game plan to a T.
Number 15, Quinn Mitchell for 3.
Mitchell, another 3-ball. Quinn, the 3-point shooter tonight. He and Dustin Simpson-Bragg have been tickling twine outside, that's for sure. Bragg thought about the 3, takes it on the dipsy-do, almost passed to himself as he tried to get it up and around, but he wasn't able to get around Denacor. Engel, left side, in the corner. Came back outside to Engel. He drills one home. Coach Ford not happy, going to send in some defensive replacements here. Looks like Martin's coming back in the game. Be a full timeout. So, full timeout on the floor. We'll take the timeout as well. We'll come back. We'll have more basketball after this.
Junior Trojan Football and Cheering would like to thank Maine Athletic Fundraising for allowing us to build this beautiful facility. We raised $18,000 in our first year with Maine Athletic Fundraising, $28,000 last year, and we hope to top that again this year.
The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation is proud to support Munson Media's production of live streaming high school sports. We recognize the hard work and dedication of Maine's high school student athletes, and we applaud Munson Media's pioneering live streaming efforts. The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation. I'm going to sneak a CD with some Christmas carols on there for the women's game, see what happens. Martin went down inside, lost the ball. Right side. Merrill, late cutter, and got a trip in there. Accidentally tripped up on the play. I believe it was Zenekor coming down in. He got tripped and floor foul. So, but 6 on your Moosemen. Only 1 foul on the Rams. So Rams will be able to get back in this a little bit. They're behind 80-56. So they're behind by 24 here. Stolen away. There's another steal. Hardy and going to commit the foul. And Coach Ford thought it was an equal opportunity, loose ball, and
it was called on UMA, Rob?
Yeah.
On Hardy?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, it was. Yeah. 7th foul.
I mean, didn't he have possession of the ball? Was going for the ball?
I thought so. So 7th foul.
Wow, that's a big turn of events there. Already had 7 fouls. We're just under 5 minutes to play in the second half, Rob. I mean, now, if Unity continues to be aggressive, go to the basket,
yep.
You know, they can chip away at this at the free throw line, get right back into it. But they have to continue to be aggressive. If they don't utilize, you know, the free throws, then there's no point in having them.
Well, the other thing that Coach Ford might we can stay here and talk about it as we just took a break. So, you know, one thing Coach Ford might contemplate doing here, Nate, is
yeah, they could probably
taking it off a little bit,
yeah,
right?
They could probably drop back in the 2-3 zone.
Yeah, you know, and you know, and tell Unity, okay, listen, you're going to have to execute in the half-court offense, and we're going to make you use some clock as you do it. So they're chewing some clock here defensively, and although you hate to take off that pressure because it's been so effective, but at the same rate, you've got some guys in foul trouble there. That Hardy's got 4 fouls on him. Martin's got 4 fouls on him.
Yeah, I would say, you know, if you were under 10 minutes, you probably wouldn't have to take it off per se. But the fact that you've only, you know, there's only been 5 minutes spanned here coming out the second half, that you definitely want to get away from it for a period of time. There's no question about it. You're right. It's too bad because they've been playing it so well. And that's one of those aggressive style defenses. You're going to have fouls. There's just no way you're not going to have that occur. So if they remove themselves out of it, come back in the 2-3 zone, just like you mentioned, Rob, then Unity is going to eat up some clock just trying to set up an offensive play in their own half-court offense.
So we'll see what the strategy is, and maybe at the same rate, you may see, and we're seeing it right now, the Rams might come up and they're going to trap as well. Alex Lapointe in the game here for Hardy. Pop outside. Mitchell got drilled.
15, Quinn Mitchell for 3.
It didn't matter because Quinn said, I'm drilling it.
Honestly, if you're Unity, I mean, you got to prevent the 3 from here on out. I mean, they've absolutely killed you.
Well, Quinn Mitchell got a chance for 4-point play. What a game for Quinn. Glad his family's able to catch this one.
And the entry basket is good.
84-59. 58, I'm sorry, 84-58. So the harassment stays. Brown poked it out. So it's Martin. He's playing with 4. Brown, Simpson, Bragg, Mitchell, and Lapointe for the Moosemen. And they're still playing the half-court trap. Lapointe with some defense in the corner, and there's the steal. Mitchell goes, no call. They'll let that play on, and Quinn will say, I think I got hit. Big smile on his face. Tell that kid loves playing the game. He's getting a lot of, in hockey, we'd say he's getting his ice time tonight. He played a lot of ball. Underneath, challenged. Back outside for the pop there. And rolls home.
Number 14, Ethan Bender.
That was Bender with the putback, 84-60. Lead back at 24. Simpson Bragg. Uh-oh. Looking to flatten there. Glad nobody got hurt on that one. That looked bad.
Yeah, I never liked playing your opponent's defense, right? I mean, so we saw UMA play this. Basically, it's a 1-2-2 trap or a 1-3-1 where you're forcing the balls to the sideline, you rotate down and all that. Well, now Unity's trying to play it against UMA. They know how to beat it. You know, I don't see that as being a good strategy here for Unity, as it hasn't really affected UMA at all.
Well, UMA's got a bevy of ball handlers. They, part of being, small and quick is that what a play by Destin Simpson Bragg. You saw right on the edge of your screen there is Destin went over, got him muckled onto the ball. It'll be Uni ball, but the possession will change after this, and that's a great play. 26-point lead now for your Moosemen. Merrill trying to get to the corner. They do. Merrill's a three-point shooter, and he's got it.
Number 1, Adam Merrill for 3.
Adam's a kid that can shoot outside. We've seen that in past seasons. LaPointe's got it into traffic. Tried to feed it inside. It was a good step over and steal by Denacor. Head of the pack. A nice hustle back. Martin with the steal. Here comes Brown. Brown goes up high. Can't get it. Pressure will come full court. Skip down inside to Merrill. He was all by himself. Got it home. Noah Thompson's going to check in here. LaPointe's got it here now for the Moose. Skips it inside. Went into Martin, but Martin had trouble handling it. Now we're going to get a foul. Probably, no, it's going to get travel. Simpson Bragg took one off the head when he wasn't expecting as he walked over right in front of T.J. Halliday as they were trying to get the ball. The official took it in the head. Probably the only thing that slowed him down so far tonight. Brown's going to hold outside. Thompson in the game, as we said. Simpson Bragg goes, drops it, gives it to himself. Back outside it goes to Brown. Brown's going to launch a three. No, won't go. And the Rams need to get some shots up. They'll dip it inside. Napa goes up and he gets fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. He's been there a few times tonight as the big boy. He's been banging inside.
Uni understands what they need to do, Rob. It's just a matter of trying to get the ball down. I mean, easier said than done. They're trying to get the ball down underneath and get a good, strong shot up. But UMA has made it really difficult with their back. Basically, the back rotation, the final rotation has been fantastic. Whether it was Nate Martin, who had a good game here, or has had a good game, rotating back, and then some of the top guys coming down from their wing position to come down in that bottom rotation have really caused a lot of havoc there for Unity.
Noah Thompson with it into the trap to Brown. Here's Quinn. He's been shooting lights out. That one won't go. Dip down underneath, and Napa's going to get it home. And it looks like Coach Ford wants to take himself a full timeout. Well, we'll take this opportunity to take a break ourselves. We're back after this.
Your local school or group looking to raise money?
Our goal here at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to raise your program or group the most amount of money possible in the shortest amount of time, hassle-free.
Over the last 3 years, we've been able to raise over $10,000 every year, which has really allowed us to get the extra stuff the kids really need to run a successful program.
One of our biggest goals at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to really develop a relationship on the ground with the coaches, the community, and the boosters that are involved, and help bring them together and understand how important it is to fundraise.
Junior Trojan Football and Cheering would like to thank Maine Athletic Fundraising for allowing us to build this beautiful facility. We raised $18,000 in our first year with Maine Athletic Fundraising, $28,000 last year, and we hope to top that again this year.
Back at action, 86-68. Napa with the rebound off the Mitchell miss. One and out. Israel Brown. Brown to Simpson Bragg. That was a tough move.
20, Justin Simpson Bragg.
Boy, an athletic play by Simpson Bragg as he got a tough pass to handle and not travel. He did a great job. They tried to call a timeout. I don't think anybody had the ball. Napa's got it now. The pack tries to make a reverse play. That was in the end zone. We'd call that a back shoulder pass, right? That one was a tough one to handle for Quinn. 88-68. 20-point lead now. It's been up as much as 26. Biggest lead. We're about to hit the halfway mark here, the second half. Merrill looking for some help. Gets it elbow extended. Henry didn't get it. Noah. Nice feed inside to Nate Mon. Back to Noah. Noah's got a look. Noah's got a netter.
Noah Thompson for three.
The Thompson Tommy gun drills one from three-point land. 91-68. Little weave outside. Engel trying to make some room. He gets some room when he drills it.
Number 24,
Hunter Engel. 21-point lead back outside. Simpson Bragg. They'll come right out on him. And this is something Dustin's done since he's started out hitting those three-point shots, Nate, and now as they run out at him, he just gives them that little head and shoulder fake, and the defender can't handle him. He goes right by him and then pulls up, hits that little pop in the lane. Good, quick, active hands all night on defense for the Moosemen. Got something happening off the ball. Nine fouls on the Moose. .23 lead. Make it 22 now. Connor Henry will get another one. Eshelman in the game.
Number 40, Connor Henry.
1 of 2. 8:54. Simpson Bragg.
Number 20, Justin Simpson Bragg for three.
They let him loose, and he let one loose. Another three-pointer. Nice step over by Dustin. Well, Dustin's got himself one play of the week, Nate. He may get himself another one. Yeah!
Justin Simpson Bragg for three.
Boy, oh boy, we may be putting his picture up again. Boy, that was a good take. That time by Hunter Engel.
Yeah, I thought Bragg for sure had a bead on it.
He's got multiple blocks. He's got into 30 points. He'll take that one. That one went out, and everybody was running down to play defense, Nate. All the white guys. All the white shirts were running down to play defense. Adam Merrill snuck home for one. 99-75. Bragg will pull it out.
Yeah, there's no need to rush now, Rob. They really kind of might as well sit back and work on a half-court offense and attempt to rebound on the offensive board here. Nice job by Noah getting up and punching that out to his teammate.
Noah's been on fire. That one went offline. Martin couldn't really contest the rebound and let it for Connor Henry. He really couldn't get in there. He's got 4 fouls.
Yeah, UMA playing man-to-man now, Rob.
Brown's got it. Boy, the loose balls have gone to the Moose here tonight. Noah does a smart thing, takes it back outside. Martin sweeps it inside, and 20 seconds on the shot clock, and Coach Ford told him, get out and run the offense. We're going to run some time at 7 minutes. Going to put it up. He got popped, and he'll go to the free throw line. Quinn Martin.
Yeah, you mentioned those 50-50 balls. They haven't been 50-50 tonight. UMA's been all over them. Anything on the floor, anything with any kind of question, they've been a kind of a fiend to get to.
I might have said Quinn Martin. I meant Quinn Mitchell. Good, strong game for Quinn tonight. Got the start. Going to earn kudos for his effort here tonight. Good team effort all night here for the Moose. So the Moose have hit the 100 mark, 100 to 75. Just under 7 minutes now. Adam Merrill with it, right side. Ashelman trying to get it, throws it away on forced turnover. Stay with us after a 30-minute break between games, Nate. About a half hour.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, 20 minutes.
They usually start right on time, so.
Just after 7:30 here. As pedestrian as the Moose have been all night here, the last couple of possessions, but it makes a lot of sense. Tough one off the iron. Second chance opportunity. Tried to dish it inside to Began. Couldn't get it to him. Devin Began came in, had 5 first half points. Back outside. Here's your man. It's off. Loose. Trying to save it. It came to Adam Merrill. Here comes Adam with it. He's got a free lane. He's got a lay-in. Adam Merrill plays a good game. He's played all night, I think. I don't think he's been off the floor. Coach Bob Witz, he's a good heady player. Began pops it. Won't go. Under 6 minutes. There's Merrill again. He's doing a little sneak away. Slow down, says Coach Ford.
It's just too bad. They're not a good slow-down team.
Yeah, I know.
They want to push it. And that's what they feel more comfortable with. But I know what Coach wants to do. But here they become kind of flat-footed, Rob.
Yeah, and he's going to take the timeout, is Coach Ford. Yeah, you're right. They're trying to play a patented half-court offense, Hunninga, with that one.
I mean, they're at a big enough lead here. It's not such a big deal, but, you got to stop the bleeding now. So good timeout here by Coach. They're just not that kind of team. They're going to be the one that want to push it and run and gun.
Yep.
Even when they have a lead like they do. And, typically you want to pull it out at this point and kill the clock. But, if you're not getting any offensive production and it's leading to points the other side, you got to do something about that. So you kind of got to find that happy medium between the two, whatever you're kind of comfortable with. And it depends on the people that are on the court, obviously.
Well, you got to learn the situation, because there's going to be times that they're going to want to take a full shot clock. So it's, with a 21-point lead, it's probably a good time for Coach to go over that and say, okay, listen, guys, here's what we got to do. One of the things we've noticed over the years following the Moosemen here is, in fact, both teams, when they come out of timeouts, they execute. So that's been a hallmark of Moose basketball. So we'll see what goes on here. Hardy's back in the game, running point. Hardy broke. That's a diagonal pass and dangerous, and Denacor got it. Goes back to Denacor. He's going to go. He got rejected by Simpson Bragg, and Bragg thinking, oh boy, I think I got the ball, but maybe got the ball, then a little body. Going to get some check-ins. It's like Quinn Mitchell coming back in, Israel Brown coming back in for the Moose. Dinacore is going to get another one. Dinacore. Doesn't make either one, and the ball's loose. Came back out. Let's see which way it goes. Moose. About at the 5-minute mark here in this one. It's been an enjoyable game for the Moose. They like to close this thing out. There's your man right there. That one front lip came out, and foul's going to go on Nathan Martin. I think that's his 5th.
I think they called that a Unity, Rob.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, I thought the same thing too, but I was looking at Martin's reaction.
Yeah.
It looked like they had called it on the guy who was attempting to box him out.
Okay. Well, I was watching Martin too because I expected him to go right to the bench, and he didn't. And Coach Bob Witt says, we don't think that's the right call. In and out. Moose picking up in the half court now. They may trap if they get a chance. Merrill. And that's what Uni's going to do is launch. Brown's ahead of the pack. Ran the floor, got the pass, got the finish. So the Moose break a streak there. That was a good opportunity to run. They'll take the 2 points. Although it didn't take very long, they'll still take the 2 points. Well, Simpson-Bragg's got a double-double, that's for sure. Hardy with it. Pulls up Pops. Coach Ford is wondering what that was. Back down the other way.
Yeah, that shot for Hardy was way too early in the shot clock to be able to take that. I know it was an open shot, but based off a game scenario here, you can't take it.
Comes back out. One and done. The Rams. That was Eshelman missing. Simpson-Bragg kills some clock there. 3:25 left. Brown's way out high. Finds a lane. Brownie goes. Trips it up. Won't go back out. They'll take another 30-second clock. That was a nice play by Martin. Got the rebound. Kicked it right back out. Get a little travel.
I just don't get it. I mean, he traveled because the guy hit him in his hip.
That's right.
I mean, he had no opportunity to do anything other than that. Coach Ford with his hands.
Yeah. That's, and Dustin did it well. His protest was a little bit out of the civil disobedience book. Right? He put the ball down and left it and just walked away. So well done by him.
Yeah, that stretch for having 7 fouls, Rob, with 15 minutes of play in this half. UMA's done a really nice job here down the stretch not to foul. I mean, this is the first foul we've seen from them in some time.
Hunter Engel will get a second one. From North Dakota. Hope his family's watching.
Hunter Engel, both baskets are good.
Good, solid basketball play, Hunter Engel. Kick back out. Merrill on the foul. Hardy took it down, was going to swing it back out and chew some clock. No foul situation yet, only the 16th foul on the Rams, so Moose will get the inbound under the basket. 2:41 left. Comes into Hardy. Hardy reverse. And shuffled. Moosemen looking for their third league win. They're well on their way here. Underneath, Martin with some quick hands. But Connor Henry put it home. Here comes the pressure. 2:25 left. Moose going pedestrian. And this is where you hope you have all your ball handlers. You got a push off on Brown.
Bit of a flop there.
Pretty good sell there.
Figure out, Cloutier, a veteran official, would have seen that a few times.
Yeah, yeah. Well, there might have been a little contact there, but it was.
I mean, you can tell based off of, the speed of the play as to what somebody else's body's going to do, right? I mean, you know he's not going to go that far with any kind of contact that's made.
Dan loose in for the Moose. Loose for the Moose. Hope Dan will make a basket. I use that call. Engel, no, it won't go. It's going to be off. And white ball. They'll come up. 1:49 left. Moose going to pick up this win tonight. Good effort. Get off to a great start, led by this guy right here.
Number 14.
Loose for the Moose.
Dan Loose.
Good finish by Merrill. He's been impressive.
Number 1, Adam Merrill.
Adams probably got family here out of the Oak Hill area. Little tippy tap for the foul. Moose going to the bench. Complete check-ins here as get the guys coming in. Samuel Scott, number 12, out of Hamden Academy in the game. Justin Jabba has played some good, tough minutes off the bench. Began also off the bench, and LaPointe off the bench have all contributed here tonight for the Moosemen. Quinn Mitchell, the second.
Number 15, Quinn Mitchell. Both baskets are good.
Coach Ford with the handout and the bench happy for Quinn here as you see him going down to get himself a drink of water. He's had a terrific game here tonight. Good steal that time by Scott. LaPointe, left-handed, goes up. No. It's loose. Good hustle, but not able to keep it in bounds. On the hustle play is Jake Cummings also in the game.
One minute left in the game.
Cop outside. Ironed up for Engel. Engel gets it back. Hunter Engel. Second, third, and fourth chance opportunities. Napa got pushed a little bit, and that'll be a free throw opportunity for the Westport, New York native, Sam Napa. (106.87). First one's good for Napa. That one's glassed home. 106.89, under a minute here. LaPointe with it. They let that little thing go, which they should. Began's going to pop out there. Iron. Out of bounds. It'll stay Moose. and go back outside. That's popped and no good. Merrill follows and halfway down, and they'll let him tussle for it because nobody wants a whistle right now. So the Moose are going to move. They'll go to 3-5 in the league. Unity will fall to 1-6 in the league. The Moose overall will move their record to 4-6. Unity College moves to 3-8 on the season. Well, that's going to wrap it up here in game one of our doubleheader. So we'll close this one out, let you know. We'll be back on the air in about 20 minutes with the women's game in its own setup here from the Augusta Civic Center. For Nate Munzing, I'm Rob Munzing. Good night, everybody.